Hi guys, welcome back. It's Chrissy the Crystal Indigo, and I am here to give you an eclipse, new moon, twin flame energy update. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you would like to book a reading with me, the information is in the description box. But again, if you just want, just questions about some of the things I mentioned in the reading, you can leave me a message in the comment section and I will gladly write you back. I want to give a shout out to everyone, to all of my new subscribers. Love and light to all of you guys. It's so amazing to see my email notifications and see that I have so many new subscribers. And I just want to thank you for supporting me and giving me the courage to continue on my path and support all of you guys and offer my gifts to you and with love and light and so much gratitude. I just want to say I am grateful and I thank you so, so, so much. Now I'm going to get into the Twin Flame energy update, collective update for the new moon and the eclipse energy. So the first row is divine femme, the second row is divine masculine, the first twin flame message deck we have here pile is for divine feminine, the second pile is for divine masculine. I have the Lightworker Oracle Lightworker Oracle, cards by Alana Fairchild, and then I have the Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue. So with that being said, I want you guys to ground yourself, center, really open your heart and open your mind up to the message that you're about to receive, because I really feel that this is going to resonate with a lot of divine masculine and feminine in the collective. So let's start with divine feminine. The first card that came out was abandoned, and I feel like a lot of the divine feminines, whether he or she, felt like they were abandoned, like they were left out in the cold, and they just quite, really didn't understand it, because it's like, how can I offer so much love or show this person that no matter what, they've done, I've loved them, unconditionally, and it could have been like the worst of things, no matter what, you looked at your divine masculine, you was like, you know what, I'm still for you, and so the divine femme felt abandoned, after everything, and you can see the red rose sitting on the chair and or laying on the chair, sorry, and it's dark, and just, and with this energy at first, divine femme is just I just don't understand it. But then when divine femme began to realize what the connection really was and what the twin flame journey is all about, divine femme began to come into his or her power and started to get that understanding, started to get that support and help from spirit. Because I feel with a lot of the collective, the divine femme just was like, you know what, I surrender, I let go, I let divine take over. What's meant to be is going to be. If this is truly my twin flame, then nothing or no one will be able to get in the way of this, not even a karmic. The next card that came out was metamorphosis, and as you see, the butterflies are flying around, and then but it's kind of like spirit, right? So the divine feminine is going through this spiritual transformation. Divine femme, for a lot of the divine femmes in the collective, you are already you've already gone through one awakening already, probably headed towards another awakening, but you're aligned. And so with the metamorphosis, it's you're starting to see a lot of things in a different light. You're really shedding the ego part, and you're really aligning with your true self. The next card that came out was summer. So around now until coming, before summer's over, a lot of the divine feminine are really stepping into their power, or are in their power, and they're just you know what, this summer I'm just going to live my best life. I'm going to still send my divine masculine love and light, but at the same time, I'm going to love myself first, because that is what some of the divine masculines really taught you, and that was the lesson for I know myself, is to put myself first, love myself first, realize that I am more than enough, and to speak my truth. I know with my divine masculine, I was just giving, and it wasn't being reciprocated, and it was because those were the things that I needed to work on. first of all, how am I going to continue to give and just till I'm empty when I haven't even given myself that love, when the person I should have been apologizing to all along was myself, because I let myself down. I hurt myself because I should have given myself what I deserve. I don't have to depend on anyone to give me what I deserve. I am the best. I know my worth. I am beautiful. And if no one can see that, as long as I see that, I am on my way. Okay, so that was the lesson for some of us. With the divine masculine, you got ascending. Like a lot of the divine masculines are awakening right now. Like they're seeing the synchronicities, they're seeing the numbers, they're seeing your name, they're seeing you in their dreams, and you know, if they were unawakened before, they're like, oh my God, like what is this? Like why can't I shake this person? Like why can't I get this person off my mind? And sometimes they're really headstrong, where it's like, I want to reach out but I can't. I want to reach out but I can't. Because of course with this situation, how the just the twin flame journey is, there have been some things that's been said. There have been some things done to one another, to where one individual or the other is just like, man, like I wish I can take it all back. I wish I can just not have said what I said, or I wish I could have just been open and just be honest about my intentions, and or maybe I could have just been truthful and said like, hey, like things are going on weird with me. I don't understand. I know you've been talking about spiritual stuff and like it frightens me, but I want help. I want support. So that's why in my previous video that I posted, I said, right now, don't be angry with your divine masculine. When those emotions come up, when those triggers come up, immediately if you know about the gift, and if you have the gift, like send that healing energy, send that love and light. Ask your archangels to step in, because you need to make sure that no matter what, that you're coming from an unconditional place, and you can let go of the past, and you can let go of the hurt. And that's how you know, like if something like happened that was really crazy and back in the day, your old self would have like snapped, but immediately you begin to show empathy and compassion for the situation, even if that person doesn't deserve it. You are on the right track with unconditional love. The next card that came out for the masculine was passion, right? So the divine masculine feels all this for you. Like even if the divine masculine was involved with a karmic, like maybe he or she was unsure at first, but now they're starting to realize, like, wait a minute, like regardless of what I did, regardless of what happened between us, this person always showed up and showed out for me. This person never let me down. And I feel like a lot of the divine feminine are like, in their power. They haven't reached out, they haven't communicated, and then when they notice that they're not being, having so much attention on the divine masculine, if you have that gift of like feeling those emotions and stuff like that, like out of the blue, you just feel these weird emotions. Like for example, today I woke up and I was just so triggered, and it was just like thoughts about like, karmic situations and things like that. And I was like, why am I feeling like this when yesterday, like I felt fine? And then I know, oh, it's the eclipse. So I have to make sure that I'm grounded. I have to make sure that I don't respond to those triggers. I have to stay in the high vibration, so things can come to fruition the way they're supposed to be. Because if you react with those triggers, you set things back, and you want to keep going with the flow. Do not resist. So of course your divine masculine right now is feeling so much passion for you, because now your divine masculine is thinking about the times that you made him or her smile, or like the things you would do that no one else would think of doing, or just the special things like you would say. Or even like for me, I call my divine masculine, I'm like, you're so beautiful, and like my divine masculine will like laugh, and or I will put on a song and I will like dance, like come on, like just like be really silly, and just like try to touch that heart in a different way. And so of course they are feeling a lot of passion towards you right now. And even if like in the 3D it seems like they don't care, it seems like they're on with their life, you see them like on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook, like looking like they're living their best life. Like when they go home, when they get in that bed at night, you are the one that they are thinking about. You are the one that they regret doing what they did. And if it was a karmic situation involved, like they really know now that you really love them unconditionally. The next card that came out was nostalgia, and it's like the chain and the heart. And it's like, divine masculine is going through, like, the heartstrings. Like, he's really, have his heart, like, his heart could be getting pulled in like so many different, directions. And he's really, really fighting to hold on to that. And I feel with this situation that basically this person was really, really, it was difficult for them to like really open up, to really show their heart, to be open because of the, maybe past childhood traumas where they were just always told to be tough, always told not to talk about their emotions, and or they have been let down so many times, like where that, kind of stuck within their heart. And right now, I'm telling you, a lot of the divine masculines have so much healing to do within their heart space. And in the end, it really had nothing to do with you. It was all about them waking up, acknowledging, and realizing that I need to be healed. I need to be a better me. I need to live my life purpose. And so, with the divine masculine, the last card that came out was the answer is yes. Because they do feel what you feel. They do, want you for life. Like, you are their, divine counterpart. And like I told my divine masculine, I said, listen, like, I've loved you in past lives, I'll love you in this life, and I'll love you in the future life. Like, because I know if we don't get it right this time, we're gonna meet up again and get it right the next time. So when you come to that realization and when you're content with that, like, you're okay. Like, just get out there, live your life, send them love when you can. Send them healing energy. But the one thing I've decided not to do, because I think it may resonate with a lot, is that me being the divine femme, I always I always chase. Brought my divine masculine back to me, no matter how I could do it. Just brought him back in, to the point where I was just really exhausted. And I was like, listen, I'm feeling depleted. Like, of course, he was the reason, like, that my spiritual gifts boomed to, like, the magnetic multitude that they have, because I noticed, like, after meeting him again, I want to say unconsciously or subconsciously, but like everything else just triggered. And I'm grateful for this experience because it has taught me so much. And it's like, I know I'll get married, I know I'll have that beautiful family that I want. And I see my divine masculine, like, in my dreams, and we my papa, like, walking me down the aisle to my divine masculine, and it's so beautiful. And then whenever I feel like, and then you guys can let me know if this resonates with you, but whenever I feel like, the separation has gone on too long, like, he'll come in my dreams in the 5D, and it's just like showing me, like, where my divine masculine is at that moment. The next card that came out are the Twinflame messages, and I'm using Mystic Moon. Okay, so the first card is what divine femme want divine masculine to know. So divine femme wants the divine masculine to know no other compares to you. Right? She knows that, like, even though on the 3D, like, things went down that shouldn't have went down, she knows, like, on a spiritual level, no one compares to you. The next message to the divine masculine is, I can still feel you. Of course, because you guys have that energetic connection. Like, you could be walking and then, like, smell your divine masculine scent. Or you could, like, see someone with similar features and just automatically get butterflies. That's just divine telling you, like, just hold on, like, it's on the way. Like, continue to stand in your power. The next message, we will be together again. Right? Divine femme knows, like, whatever happened, whatever is going down, like, this is divinely protected, this is divinely guided. Like, she gets that. She got the understanding now. So all divine femme is doing is allowing the divine to just take control. The next message that came out, you feel like home to me. And that is so true. It's like when you get with your divine masculine, or your divine femme, and it's just like, oh my God, like, I can stay in this spot. I can stay in your arms forever. And that's like the greatest feeling in the world. Like, it's a feeling of home. It's a feeling of safe. It's a feeling that even though you guys have your push-pull dynamic, runner-chaser dynamic, when you're with this person, like, everything else, it's not that it doesn't matter, but that connection is like a safe place, right? So let's get into the messages from Divine Masculine to Divine Feminine. The first we have, I know you are right, but I need to come to my own conclusions. Right, so with Divine Femme, like Divine Femme has been trying to get Divine Masculine to see, his spiritual side, to see what this connection is, to see, his true self. And of course, like, just like you came into your realization in your own time, you're going to have to be patient and allow Divine Masculine to come to his or her realization in their time. The next card says, lying was just easier for me than telling you the truth. So, a lot of Divine Masculines were involved with the Karmic, and you knew that, like, in your heart, you knew that it was not, like, you weren't the only one, like, something else was there, because sometimes it was just, like, beautiful, and then sometimes you can tell, like, something else triggered your Divine Masculine or set them off, or, and the thing is that the Karmic, like, it almost feels like a soulmate connection, too, so it's, like, kind of confusing. They're not realizing, like, that's where they also need to learn the lesson the Karmic partner was supposed to teach, that Divine Masculine, the lesson for them to, like, get it. But if that, Karmic was just, like, all about money, greed, or holding them, at their will, they didn't get that message. They didn't learn. And so coming to meet you, and you have all this love and light, and you have all this unconditional love, it's, like, confusing, like, who do I pick? Who do I choose? What do I do? And like I said, I can attest to that because that happened in my situation. Okay? The next message for Divine Femme from Divine Masculine, I'm a better person because of you. Yeah, because when you decided, Divine Feminine, to walk away to give your Divine Masculine space, they started to realize, like, oh my God, I'm losing her or him. I'm losing them. Like, this has never happened where, like, this person has completely shut me out, completely, like, cut me off, like, completely doesn't say anything to me. But what they don't understand is that even though all of those things are happening, you still are loving your Divine Masculine unconditionally. You still are supporting them spiritually. You still pray for them every night more than you pray for yourself. So they don't understand that, but as these cards are showing you, they're waking up. And they're really, really starting to see that now. The last card to Divine Femme from Divine Masculine. If I knew then what I know now, I would have made different choices. Right, because, there was a tower moment, and in some of our situations, the Karmic was finally put on blast. Like, this person, was just using me. This person was just, like, around just to get whatever they wanted because they knew they had a strong hold on me, and here I have, just played my Divine Feminine all type of ways and just hid the truth, even though Divine Feminine was telling, like, in my situation, I was honest with them. I was like, listen, I don't want to be a part of you and your Karmic bullcrap. At the end of the day, like, I love you unconditionally. Like, it doesn't matter, like, how much money you have, where you live, what you do. If you are on the street, I will be standing right next to you. If you need me, I will be right there. So at the end of the day, it's not you being naive, gullible, or stupid. You are, choosing God's love, unconditional love. And right now in this, in the earth that we are in, right now in the universe or whatever, that's why so many of us spiritual beings have been born right now. That's why, or, around this time we're in our adult, ages. But that's why we're here. We're raising a vibration where we're choosing light. We're not listening to what, what was forced down our into our minds. Like, we're all about, like, let's heal together. Let's change the world together. Because right now we're going through a shift, and even I felt it. Like, it's a beautiful experience. And so I'm watching, like, my temper. I'm watching how, like, not to snap so fast. I'm more reserved and just, like, going with the flow. And now that I'm, like, getting more experience and, like, reading and getting my knowledge up, I know how to get through these eclipses. I know how to get through these retrogrades. I'm not going to let anything trigger me because I want to make it to that promised land, So especially if any of this is resonating with you guys, please, please, please write me in the comment section. I definitely will write you back. Whatever questions you have, I'm going through the journey. I know you guys are going through the journey. We're here to help each other. It's about people helping people, all right? All right, so the next card that I have is from the Romance Angel deck by Doreen Virtue. And so this is for the situation. So the first card that came out, calling in your soulmate. And this card says, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you two together. So at the end of the day, you need to make sure that you're always in a high vibration. Like really, when you feel yourself getting down, getting negative, thinking that like, oh, this is like BS, like this isn't real, like, you know, my twin is never coming, you know, this isn't my twin flame. Like, you got to stay out of that vibration, because you know in your heart, you know in your gut that this person is your twin flame. So don't try to trick yourself out of it because you feel like you're not strong enough for the connection. If Divine felt you wasn't strong enough, then you wouldn't be given this task to complete, right? So hold tight, ground, meditate, do your visualization, see yourself in your divine, masculine or feminine, just loving each other, giving each other so much love and light. And just if and when, like, whomever reaches out first, just be positive, just be beautiful. Don't rehash the past, be like, you owe me an apology, because that's still being low vibration. Come with unconditional love. Come with an understanding, come with an inner standing. Because divine feminine, you already know your divine masculine did not mean to do any of the things that he did intentionally. He or she was clearly unaware. That's it. They were unaware. And just because we have come to our spiritual growth and we know what we are, we know who we are, we're living our truth. Everyone isn't so open or accepting to the fact, to the calling. So you have to let them get it when it's meant for them, and the divine is going to handle the rest. You don't have to worry about the karmic. You don't have to worry about negative energy, hovering over your connection, because divine kicking everything out the way. Boom, boom, boom. Your angels are for you. They got you. And if you notice, you've been seeing angel little sparkles, you've been seeing orbs, you've been seeing synchronicities. We are there. Do not give up, okay? The next card that came out, Soulmate. It says, yes, this is your soulmate. There's your answer for anyone that wanted to know and was unsure. The next card that came up very soon says, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Stop playing and go get your divine feminine or your divine masculine. You know what to do, okay? At the end of the day, like, you are spiritually gifted. You are divinely protected. You have gifts that will blow someone's mind away. Use it for love and light. Allow this connection to come forth the way that it's supposed to be. Don't force anything. Don't try to manipulate. Don't try to buy the person's love. It's not going to help the connection. What will help the connection is you allowing the divine, to take full control of what's going on. To take full control of both of your hearts. Because you have to give permission. And I surrender. I give you all the permission over my heart, over my soul, over my mind when it comes to this twin flame connection. Because I know, divine, you know better than I know. You know what's for me and what's not for me. And you wouldn't have given me this situation. You wouldn't have given me this experience. You wouldn't have given me these beautiful spiritual gifts that came through my lineage if it wasn't for my better good. And I get it now. I get it. Trust. Let go of the ego and allow yourself to love. And I know for a lot of people that is so hard to do. But just place your right hand over your heart. You just breathe that energy in there and you light up that green light. And I'm telling you, you are on your way. Just don't give up. Please believe, okay? Now I'm going to get into Lightworker Oracle by Alana Fairchild. So for the Twin Flame, Divine Feminine and Masculine, this is for the both of you guys as a collective. So the first card that came out is Fourth Ray of Harmony, number 6. So I'm going to read that card for you. Fourth Ray of Harmony, number 6. And you can write some of this information down just in case if you know, if anything comes out that you resonate with. I have to put on my light because these little words, they're so small. Okay, so here we go. Okay, 6, fourth ray of harmony. Okay. The fourth ray of harmony comes to you now with the qualities of beauty, harmony, and balance. It empowers you to complete a spiritual initiation. Any conflict you experience now serves your divine purpose. It will eventually become the fuel you need to be born anew. Something negative will be transformed into something positive. The Archangel Gabriel, what did I tell you about the angels? All of you, the Archangel Gabriel helps you to receive the blessing of the fourth ray of harmony now. You got that? Okay. So the next card that came out is Master Healing. Okay? And that's number 13. So, guys, listen closely. So, no. I gotcha. So we got 33. Hold on. It's raining, so. Okay, guys, sorry. I'm back. So, Master Healing number 33 is the next card that came out. And it says, as you meditate, remain true to what inspires your heart and commit to your spiritual path. You become an increasingly powerful healer. You are here to live your own life, to be true to what genuinely moves you. The unconditionally loving guide and ascended master, Serapis Bey, comes to you now with a blessing of master healing to further your success on your path. And the last card that came out, fifth ray of intellectual knowledge. Fifth ray of intellectual knowledge. Okay? That's number 42. So, fifth ray of intellectual knowledge. The fifth ray of intellectual knowledge has come to you as a spiritual gift. You are being given the ability to find information you need, understand systems that impact your life, and find clarity in any issue that has seemed unclear or overwhelming. You shall sort the truth from the lies and learn what you need to know. The Archangel Raphael now assists you in integrating the blessings of the fifth ray. Okay. So if that wasn't enough for you, then I don't know what is. Because no matter what deck you use, no matter what tools you use, whatever's meant for you is meant for you, regardless. So I want you guys to understand that. Your story is your story, okay? And I do not want you guys to give up. I'm telling you, just have faith. Like something is on the horizon, something is brewing, and I feel it, and I feel like with divine feminine, divine masculine, that union is here. And for some, it's almost here because you still have work to do. But at the end of the day, I told you what you should do. I offered my advice. Just send love and light. Just imagine you and your divine counterpart communicating. See them talking to you. See them hugging you. See them, on a flight. See them, you walking towards them and when you're getting married to them. When you put that vision, when you put the vision and the intention and that loving energy from your heart all into it, I'm telling you, you attract what you want. If this resonated with anyone, I don't care what time it is, send me a comment in the comment section. I promise I will write you back. If you need support about this journey, I will write you back and tell you what's worked best for me. Come on, divine femme, divine masculine, we got this. We are there. And with that, I say love and light to you all. I'll talk to you soon, okay?